How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Ranked Report. Today, and this week, we have a team that was used by Alex Soto to get second at the Bochum Regionals recently. As you can see, this is like hard Trick Room, which is something that's not felt meta-relevant for a while. We can see here a couple of classic pairings, like Indeedee Armor Rouge, pretty standard. You often see Annihilate with Choice Scarf on these teams for the final gambit. Plus also just a little bit of speed somewhere on the team. But you also see Hatterene, which we haven't seen in a while. Gen 8 Indeedee Hatterene was pretty scary because Hatterene was arguably the best Expanding Force user in the format. Obviously it doesn't get Expanding Force now, only Armor Rouge has that. But Hatterene's also on the team here. We see King Gambit. King Gambit's useful for covering potentially steel types that could be a nuisance. Into like a number of ghosts as well, in particular. We've got 3 psychic types here, so King Gambit covers those pretty well. Torkoal, very standard Trick Room Sweeper. Charcoal Terrifier Eruption is doing 8 million damage. So like there are situations you can set up with like Final Gambit Annihilate, where you can like Final Gambit turn 1, set up Trick Room with one of your Trick Room setters. And then just bring in Torkoal turn 2 and start pressing buttons. It's something you'll often do with this team just because using Annihilate in that way gives you so much momentum because you get your sweeper in on turn 2 of Trick Room, rather than what often ends up happening, which is you'll set up Trick Room turn 1 and then you have to try and reposition into your sweeper. Although, that said, you can just have Hatterene Hatterene and Armor Rouge next to like Indeedee as a more safe Trick Room setup. So the team comp is pretty standard. I will say, like, this is the team I think I was most scared of playing against at Bochum. I saw this on stream because I think that was one point where I was like 3-0, 4-0, and Alex was as well. I saw him on stream, and I was like actively rooting against him because I was so scared of Alex being at my record because this team was terrifying for me. Because I'd normally rely on like Snarl and stuff. To deal with teams like this, but obviously with the King Gambit there, that becomes a lot more scary. But yeah, the team is pretty simple. It's just interesting, I think, to see hard Trick Room back, especially like this team did really well, obviously second place at a regional, with very narrow typing. We've got triple psychic, double fire, and I think that's actually a super interesting thing to note here, because a lot of the time with very offensive teams, people have a habit of they try and have as broad an offense as possible, so they want to have as many different offensive types and stuff, and that is a very valid way of doing things, but this is also, like, concentrating all your focus into 1 or 2 key offensive types is also a very valid way of doing things, because a lot of the time an opposing team will pack 1, maybe 2 answers for an onslaught of 5 type moves, or psychic type moves, or something like that. And so if they throw one of those answers in front of an Armor Rouge, for example, to deal with psychic type moves, and you clear that out, and you've got back-end Hatterene, they've now got nothing left for that psychic type move. And similarly, you'll see that most of this team is special attackers. King Gambit obviously is physical, but your 3 big Trick Room attackers are like Hatterene, Torkoal, Armor Rouge. And again, similar principle there. A lot of teams will bring like 1 or 2 really specially tanky Pokemon. You can brute force your way through those, and once those are down, your opponent gets cleaned up, right? So I think that's an interesting thing to note with this team, is that the offense is all very like centered around 1 or 2 key types, namely Fire and Psychic. Are pretty common on this team. You've got obviously Hatterene and Armor Rouge really want to take advantage of that Psychic terrain. And then Torkoal wants Sun Up, Spam Eruption, and also Armor Rouge's Armor Cannon gets boosted by boosted by Sun. One other thing to note with this team, 0 protect. Not a single protect in this team. You've got Wide Guard and Armor Rouge, that's it. Torkoal's running 4 attacks, King Gambit's 3 attacks, Swords Dance. Indeedee is Trick Room instead of Protect. Or, well, I guess more accurately in this generation, it's Helping Hand rather than Protect. And then Hats, again, 3 attacks Protect, and Islate's obviously Scarfed. So, very, very aggressive team. Like, incredibly aggressive team. So it's going to be interesting to see how positioning with this works. I think it takes a lot of skill, I think, to do as well as Alex did. Second place at a regional with a team that's this offensive, because a bad lead or a bit of poor positioning can really, really hurt you. So yeah, I'm excited to try this one. Let's jump into some battles. Okay, our first battle of the day, we're up against a rain team. This is going to be interesting. I don't know what any of these nicknames mean, but sure, we'll go with them. How do I approach this? What's the play here? I'm not sure I want to bring Torkoal to this one, because the thing with Torkoal on this team is often you want to bring it in turn 2 and just keep pressing Eruption. You don't want to pivot around with it very often. I think I'd rather just try and break through this team with other Pokemon. They don't have any wide guard options. I think it feels fine to just go for Indeedee Armarouge here, right? And I think I'll go King Gambit and Hat back end. The one thing I'm slightly wary of is like a Snarl on Roaring Moon, potentially. And if that is the case, I could just switch into my King Gambit, because Roaring Moon can't really do anything to that. And set trick him with Indeedee instead. Might be the option. We'll see. We'll go with this and see what happens. I maybe should have focused more on Hatterene, just to break through dark types a bit easier. Because with a potential rain back end, it's going to be difficult, I think, for Armarouge to do much with fire type moves if I'm not bringing Torkoal. So it maybe would have been more sensible to focus on Hat here to clear out the dark types. I guess I do have Dazzling Gleam on Indeedee, but that's not really doing very much damage. Okay, they go for Moon Murkrow. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm content just to switch King Gambit and TR with Indeedee here. Okay, a Psychic Seed. Produce its attack. Okay, that tells me it's not going to be Snarl, actually. I still want to set TR here, I think. I think I am still just going to switch into King Gambit. Because, like, I mean, what's Roaring Moon doing to King Gambit here? I guess it is attack photosynthesis, so maybe I should have just defended my Indeedee here. Or just gone Follow Me TR with the Armarouge and brought in Hatterene. Yeah, we're going to see Terra Flying here. It's probably going to be Acrobatics. Oh, Terra That's not good. Why do I keep running into fucking Terra Ground on these things? That's very not good. Is that dead King Gambit? It is. Okay. They crit, which I think honestly mattered. King Gambit's so bulky that I'm pretty sure that doesn't kill without that. And now we see... Oh, they do have Snarl, it's just on Murkrow. Okay, fine. Now I think I just go Hat and Gleam. Do I follow me here? I feel like I do want to follow me here and go Gleam, right? Terra Fire, that's not very useful. Yeah, I'll just do this. Does Lightful Gleam take out Murkrow? I don't know. Maybe I should have Helping Handed. Or gone double Gleam, actually. Gleam does not kill Murkrow. That's really bad. That's really, really bad. Let me get the Snarl off yet. I think he's going to Earthquake again. Yeah, okay, so that was a really stupid follow. I should have just gone for the double Gleam. Or Helping Hand Gleam. Quite a lot. Okay, I've got 3 turns of Trick Room to work with here, and it's not going to be easy. There's my Armarouge again. That's Psychic, right? pretty sure that's like... Oh, it's dark. Okay. That doesn't actually help me then. Actually, Expanding Force and Gleam, I guess. There's not really anything for it. This is going to be another Dark type, by any chance. Okay, they lose their Proto Boost, which is something. Dengo, okay. This isn't going to appreciate this. It's not going to kill it, but... Like, Twisted Spoon, single target, Expanding Force. This Dengo is not going to enjoy this, at the very least. Force. Bonk. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, okay. In comes... They have Sizzle. Okay. I think I'm just going to have to trust the process here. I think Mystical Fire will pick this up. Yeah, okay. What do you go for here? Oh, fine. Okay, that's dead. They don't have that Photosynthesis boost anymore, but also I've only got one more turn left on terrain. So I need to be a bit wary of that. They almost certainly protect this turn. I guess they could be like Choice Band, maybe. No, Choice Band would have done more damage than that, I think. Single target E-Force will definitely kill this thing if they don't protect this turn, so I don't need to Terastallize now. They do protect. Okay, so I just go Terastallize and... I guess I just click Expanding Force and see what happens. I don't think there's any point setting TR here. Doesn't really help me very much, because I'm not living 2 hits regardless. Yeah, no more Psychic Drain. Expanding Force. Let's go. This is single target, but Roaring Moon's pretty specially bulky is the issue. Like, I'm pretty sure I just live the initial hit, even with the defense drop. Okay. Got armor. Kill it. Kill him. No. Sad. Okay, yeah, that's game. EQ. Does this kill? Yeah, it does. I don't know why you'd EQ. Acrobatics is just stronger. I don't know why you'd ever EQ there. Because like, if that Acrobatics had high rolled and EQ low rolled, then I think I lived that. Okay. Well, I didn't play around Terra Ground, Earthquake, Snarl. I maybe should have potentially seen it coming just because of the sending out a flying type next to it. Also, the Snarl on the Murkrow really threw me. What am I doing to that lead? I guess I could have gone Ape and just final gambited oh, don't look at my rank, please. Yeah, final gambited the Roaring Moon, but the problem with that is that Murkrow can just click Tailwind. And then I get hit before I final gambit, and I'm kind of stuck. Okay, what have we got? Dozo, Klefki, Iron Valiant, Iron Moth, and Garg. So I'm not too worried about Garganackle. I can kind of just break through that. Just brute force it. What's the play into Dozo? So what's this moth supporting? Is it Special Valiant, maybe? Like Acid Spray Moth Special Valiant? Do I see a reason to not go in DD Arm Rouge? Garg, yes. Garg's the reason to not go in DD Arm Rouge. I could go Ape Armor. I don't think there's anything here that'll just one-shot my, my guy. Maybe Ape Hat? Ape Armor and then Gambit DD, I think. Makes sense. Let's try this. See what happens. Maybe we leave myself too vulnerable to the Dondozo here. I don't know how I'm meant to play the Dondozo matchup with this team. Let's just get Trick Room up and blast it before it hits you. I don't think Annihilate is necessarily the right lead for this. Okay, we see Klefki and... Okay. So Klefki's going to be screens, I guess. I don't think you bring Klefki to this if it's not screens. I'm just going to Gambit this thing and TR. I want to stop it setting up like multiple layers of screens. Actually, do I care? If I get rid of the Moth, what do they do? Because the Moth here I could just Expanding Force forever. So I feel like I'd rather just go Gambit into the... I'm going to Gambit the Klefki and TR, I think. Yeah, they use light screen, that's fine. Oh, of course they're fastening with the Sludge Wave. That's fine, I think Gambit still kills her. Poison the Arm Rouge. I could have also just gone U-turn here. Bonk. They do have light screen up, so I could go Gambit here. Because I want to get the most mileage out of Arm Rouge before it just dies to poison. I'm going to have to go for DD. Which I think works here. Who did it bring in? He did bring in Dozo, okay. In comes DD. I think I'm content just helping out Expanding Force here, right? Feels reasonable enough. Okay, that's fine. They don't get their boosts up. They don't Terror. They protect Dozo, so I'll just get a free kill here, but now it's just Dozo versus the world, right? E-Force. Bonk. Big damage, okay. Honestly, I think I'm happy just to do the same thing again. So that'll be the Tatsu, yep. Okay. Boost, 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 boost. Oh wait, I just realised my Torkoal has Clear Smog. Could have put Torkoal into this. That would have made things easier. Alright, it's fine. I'm just going to save again. I'm just going to Helping Hand and Expanding Force. Like, even through Light Screen, this is going to do a chunk. Although I guess technically it's not single target, is it? Because this game is dumb. Terra Steel, maybe? Terra Why does everything have Earthquake today? Stop. Stop having Earthquake. It's cringe. Okay, it's not spread damage because Tatsu exists, which is stupid. That's still decent. Thank you, yeah. Do I actually lose it now? I should have, yeah, I should bring Torkoal to this matchup, it occurs to me. But like, why is everything Terra Ground today? Why is every single thing I'm facing Terra Ground Earthquake? The one thing that's very bad for this team. Because I have nothing to hit ground type super effectively. I mean, I don't have... Ooh, I've Terra Grass and Indeedee, no, but then Kingambit's dead to an Earthquake. How much did that first one do? 124. Yeah, I'm still dead to it anyway. I'm just going to Helping Hand, and then I guess I go Terra Dark, Kowtow Cleave. Lets me live in an Earthquake. I get a bunch of damage down. Helping Hand Terra Dark, Kowtow's got to do a lot here, right? You'd think. Clap, 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 clap. That is cringe. I mean, it makes sense because they're trying to stall out my TR, but still cringe. How many turns left in TR? 1 turn left in TR, 2 left in Psychic Terrain. Oh, that's actually really bad for me. Helping Hand the Kingambit and Kowtow. The fact that I don't have Protect here just means I think that loses me the game because I can't Sucker Punch. I think I need to crit Kowtow this turn. That's my only win condition. Wait, I could have also gone Ironhead Flinch. Would have given me something. Yeah. Maybe I should have played for Ironhead Flinch. Now I don't have Protect, I can't Sucker Punch. I think just Wave Crush me and I lose. Yeah. Can't Sucker Punch here. I guess they go for Earthquake again and it doesn't kill. No, they just Wave Crush here. Oy, I should have brought Torkoal. I completely forgot about Torkoal in this matchup. I think I just played this matchup horrendously badly, I'll be honest with you. I shouldn't be losing to like Klefki. So if I go... I also don't think Kingambit. I also don't think Annihilate was the right move here. What if I... So if I go Indeedee Armor, I think is fine. They led Clef and not Volk. Yeah, I can just go TR Expanding Force turn 1, right? Or like TR Armor Cannon. Because Clefky's not doing any damage to me. Yeah, that would have been more sensible, I think. But oh well. I just played that badly. Like I said, I think this team does have a pretty high skill floor to play well. Just because like you have so few options for redirection and pivoting and that kind of stuff with no protects. As we saw, their ground is a big gap in the defensive typing as well. Because the Kingambit's Terra Dark rather than Terra Flying, that can leave you a bit vulnerable. Like Indeedee's Terra Grass doesn't really help if you're trying to deal with Earthquakes. And unfortunately, we did run into a lot of Earthquakes today. So yeah, I think that is an example of a bit of a hole in the team defensively. But generally, there aren't that many ground types that can really exploit that. Because like the one that comes to mind obviously is Great Tusk, but Great Tusk really, really, really does not want to deal with like triple psychic even. Yeah, that is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I apologise for the horrendous losing streak I'm on this channel at the moment. I will pick it up next time, I guess. Yeah, if you want to stick around and see me eventually win some games, then make sure to sub to the channel. If you have not done so already, like the video as well if you enjoyed, and follow me on Twitch, link to that is in my description, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.